I often hear, well, I can't wear eyeshadows because my eyes are hooded. Well, I have hooded eyes and I wear eyeshadow every single day. I'm going to share with you a couple of tips and tricks that I have learned over the years to help open that eye up, and you can absolutely wear eyeshadow. So the first thing you want to do is prime your eyelids. If you have mature eyes, especially because we can have loose skin and things can get, stuck in the crevices. So you want to prime them, whether that's with an eyeshadow primer that's specific for that purpose, or you use a concealer, any kind of cream foundation. If you use a cream, be sure to set it with a little bit of setting powder so it does not move and crease. So I'm going to start off my eye look using a brush by Saint. It is called a smudge brush. And I like to start with this because I specifically like this end. I like the domeness of it and the firmness of the bristles. I'm going to go in with a basic brown shade, and I'm going to start by contouring my eye, if you will, carving it out, giving it some definition. And I'm going to start on my lower lash line. So when you have hooded eyes, it's critical to look straight ahead into a mirror so that you're getting the actual effect. And I'm going to start here on the lower lash line. I have to kind of look in my mirror so I'm looking straight on. And I'm going to start about, this area, and I'm going to run that brush with that shadow very close to the outer edge of my eye. Hug it, hug it. Because when it comes to hooded eyes, they're naturally downturned. We don't want to accentuate that in any way. So just by hugging that corner really close, you're less apt to make that happen. Now I'm just going to take that brush and I'm just going to kind of blend it a little bit, doing circular motions going inward instead of outward, okay? Because we don't want to drag that down. And all this is going to do is just kind of carve out my eye a little bit and give it some definition. But the trick is that lower lash line starting. And I'm just going to do it again so you can see how I did that. Think of it as a backward C. Okay? Now that wasn't too difficult. Now, if you want to create a little more lift, you could certainly use that same color. I'm going to go in with a little darker tone, and I'm going to take that domed end of the brush and I'm just going to go in there slightly, just a little bit of shadow, because you can always build. And right where, if I look at you straight ahead, right where that eyelid is touching that lower movable lid, that's your focus. That's where you want to create the lift. So with that eyeshadow, the darker shade, that's where I want to target. Okay? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring that darker shade down a little bit towards my lash line. And I'm going to bring it over a little bit. In essence, I'm just kind of laying down some shadow before I blend it out. But that's the sweet spot right there, where that lid starts to come down and touch your movable lid, okay? And then we're just going to do some lighter circles, light circles. I like to use a denser brush for this because you're less apt to have it fly with a fluffier brush. And you're just kind of working that up, paying attention to that edge of the eye so you're not going past it. Again, you could do as deep as you want. You're in the driver's seat with that. And that is just going to make that eye come up. See how that is? And you don't need to go crazy. It's not that difficult. It's just a technique. And I just kind of focus that darker shade on the outer part of the eye. Kind of stamping it in to blend it. See how that works? Right there. That's the sweet spot. All right. Now, I like to open those hooded eyes up. Now, you're going to want to take a lighter shade, whether that's a matte or a shimmer. I tend to like the shimmers. Even at 67, I can wear shimmers. And I'm going to take that and I'm going to put a little bit on my finger. And the focus is going to be in the center of the eye. Right in the center, and I'm simply going to tap. This is just going to open that eye up. Okay. I have lots of loose skin and wrinkles on my eyelid. It does not matter because Saints shimmers are so beautifully milled that they're fine and it's not like a glitter. So once I get that laid down really good in the center, what's ever left on my finger, I'm going to start to bring into my inner corner. Like so. Then all I need to do is finish with a little mascara. That's how easy it is. It's just a couple of tweaks that you can do when you're applying your eyeshadow to a hooded eye to open them up. And hooded eyes are not necessarily a sign of old age. Many women are born with hooded eyes. And it is not a curse by any means. It can actually, depending on how you do your eyeshadow and the colors you choose, it can be very sultry. So think of that. That's not a bad thing. And one other thing I like to do when it comes to my mascara and hooded eyes is I like to take a little bit of that mascara and run it on the outer corner of my eye. It just kind of continuously helps to aid in the lift. Just on the outer corner is all you need. And there you have it. 3 easy eyeshadows to get those hooded eyes lifted and pretty. If you thought that helped, if you're going to use these techniques, drop me a heart and leave in the comments, yeah, yes.